Hello there and welcome to the Heed Army Podcast Live. It's a pleasure to be with you this afternoon. We are going to be bringing you full match commentary of Gateshead versus Wealdstone, and it is a beautiful day here on Tyneside. There's barely a cloud in the sky and it is all set up for a fantastic game of football. The pitch is looking pristine here at Gateshead International Stadium, and as I say, the players are going through their final warm-up and we'll go through the teams very, very shortly. My name's David Carruthers. It's an absolute pleasure to be here with you. I'm joined by Lewis Knight and Dan Jarvis. I'm going to put the camera on so you can all see us here on the podcast. There we are. Hello, we'll give a wave. So if you want to send us a message live throughout the commentary, you can do. We won't be on like this all the way through. Don't worry, we'll just put the screen up. You don't want our beautiful faces distracting you all the way through this. But Lewis, a belated welcome to the club. Haven't been able to get in action yet. How long have you got left till you can get back onto the pitch?
Probably about another month and a half, 2 months. The rehab's going really well, so we just taking it as it comes at the minute and hoping it continues in the right direction.
Yeah, definitely. And Dan Jarvis here joining us as well. Dan, you're in the same boat. Haven't been able to get out there on the pitch yet. Say how long for yourself? Are you getting close to a comeback?
Yeah, I'm getting a lot closer. I was meant to be back for this game, I think, but a tiny little step back in training and stuff has put us back a tiny bit. But hopefully soon, gonna make my Gateshead debut and show what I can do. I'm same as Knight here.
Yeah, I'm going to challenge you both to 40-yard screamers on your debut. So we'll see if we can do that. Players are just leaving the pitch at the moment here at Gateshead International Stadium. What I can do here is 1 second. I'll just turn this camera off. And I can show you where the Wealdstone fans are. If you're listening, if you haven't been to Gateshead International Stadium before, there we go. They're on the far side there. I know it's a bit, looks like it's further away than where it is, but there's the players warming up. This is Gateshead International Stadium, as I've just knocked my drink right down the stairs. And there we go. So this is what we've got here in front of us, and you won't miss a kick here on the Heed Army podcast. So thank you very much for joining us. It is a fully interactive commentary, and you can send your messages as people have done already. We've got a message here from Paul Hodgson who's just put Heed. Thank you very much. Someone picked up my drink for me there. And we've got one there up we'll not read that out. Should have read that before I clicked it, shouldn't I? We've got a Wealdstone fan there. Thank you very much. But you can message us throughout the show, and we'd love to hear you get in contact. I'll quickly go through the Wealdstone team now. It's Sam Howes in goal, the captain Jack Cook, Ashley Charles, Ajui Eloy, Mason Barrett, then it's Taryn Ararake. I think that's how we're pronouncing it. If I get it wrong, I apologise. Nathan Ferguson, Stephen Brown, Dominic Hutchinson, Max Korechmar, and Sam Hagerman is the lineup there. On the bench is Lewis Kinsella, David Cisse, Alex Dyer, Malachi Napa, and Geordie Mongoy. We'll get it out eventually. For Gateshead, this is how they line up. Dan Langley in goal, Robbie Tinkler, Ethan Pye, Kenton Richardson, Tom Allen, Owen Bailey, Paul Blackett, the captain Greg Ollie, Adam Campbell, Dan Ward, and Colin Magney. And on the bench for Gateshead, it is James Montgomery, Will Harris, Mike Williamson, and new loan signing Owen Gallagher, who signed this morning from Crawley. So we'll see what he can do in a Gateshead shirt, hopefully this afternoon, if he makes an appearance. And lads, obviously Gateshead yet to get a win under the belt, but we haven't been outclassed at all in any of the games, have we? We've been competitive in all of them.
I think we've dominated a lot of games, and I think we've just been quite unlucky, with some of the results. But I think from a player point and a fan as well, I think it's quite promising to see that we're dominating games, and I think we're just lacking that tiny bit of luck at times. I think, and that's a massive factor in it all. But yeah, I'm excited to get back on the pitch, and hopefully we can get a couple of wins and then start that off today.
Definitely. And say We have the visitors today, Wealdstone. They're sitting in third currently at the moment in the National League table as it stands. A win today could see them go top of the table. So, say, Lewis, they've got a lot to play for this afternoon to continue their good start of the season.
Yeah, definitely. They started off really well. But I think we have, like Jarvis just said, we haven't quite got the rub of the green. And I think if we carry on those performances, we can definitely get a result here and hopefully get first 3 points of the season.
I certainly can. Well, lots of people send in their messages. Please do share the podcast as well and subscribe. Help us reach more people. We've got one here from 1 second. It comes there. Thanks for the podcast, Mick Hill, Wealstone fan. Hard game today. With you having drew against having drew against Wrexham and Barnet. It was Notts County, not Wrexham, but yeah, another team there. And we've got a Wealdstone fan in Barbados. Well, that's where we feel we are today, isn't it, lads?
Lucky guy.
Yeah.
It's more tropical in Newcastle.
It is. It's quite warm here today. We're enjoying it while we can. We know that it is going to be quite cold. Have you had the pleasure of being here, lads, on a December or January evening?
Not yet, no.
No.
Not looking forward to that one.
Yeah, it can nip a little bit here on Tyneside. Just looking across towards the far side, I'll put the camera up again there to show you the Wealdstone fans are travelled up in their numbers. It looks as if 100, maybe a little bit more, just on the far side there. So you can just see that. And as I say, the pitch is empty now. The players are in the dressing room for their final instruction. There's a tiny mere stand. It is filling up around us. So keep sending those messages. And we've got listening in from Florida, a Wrexham fan prepping for next week's match. So there we go. We're getting real pins in the map today of listeners, wherever they're listening from. So thank you for that. That was from David. Thank you for sending your messages. Just a little bit of a housekeeping advertisement. We are going to be doing a Heed Army podcast on Monday evening hopefully with a Wrexham fan joining us or one of our counterparts from the Wrexham podcast on Monday evening at 9 p.m. So if you'd like to join us for that show, subscribe and follow us on social media, Heed Army Podcast or Heed Army. You'll find us on all platforms and you'll get notifications of when the show is live. And please do join us. And then I would imagine we will have the regular show on Thursday as well as we preview the game at the weekend. And also talking about the Wrexham game on Tuesday. So please do that. Like and subscribe. Right, before we go any further, we're just going to play a little message from our sponsors and a little advertisement for our social media as well. There you go. That was all the social medias. We'll go through the teams again very shortly when they do come back out here onto the pitch. If you're just joining us, it is full match commentary. You probably knew that when you come here of Gateshead versus Wealstone here in the National League. It's game day 5 in the league, as I know a lot of clubs seem to be advertising it that way. I don't know if it's a new thing from BT, the one that advertised, but it's game day 5 and we will see what's going to happen. But it's a big weekend, a big few days for Gateshead. We've got this game here against Wealstone at home, and then of course on Tuesday night they play Wrexham away. And Dan, former Wrexham player, they've got a bit of that Hollywood magic at the moment. You got a taste of it last year. Is the hype all it's lived up to be?
I haven't got a bad word to say about Wrexham. To be fair, they've been quite fortunate in the new owners coming in and the new funding, so they've been able to buy quality in. But we're gonna have to see on the pitch and see what they can do, because last week they struggled against Chesterfield. Chesterfield beat them 2-0, and then they absolutely battered Maidstone. So there are goals in quality, because with the funding and stuff they can bring in quality from leagues above. But I think in this league anyone can beat anyone, and I think it is only time will tell for Wrexham.
It certainly will. It's a big ask, but it's a fairy tale though, isn't it? Any football club would take what's happening there, and they seem to be doing it the right way as well, and embedding themselves in the community as well.
Yeah, massively. I think not just the football club, for the town as well. It's going to be great. From the time I was there, the differences you see are massive, and it just brings a buzz to the town. And I think me and the lads, when we go down on Tuesday night, it's going to be a great experience for some of the lads because, you know, they'll bring in like 9,000 on Tuesday night. So playing in front of that in the National League, you know, it's a big thing and it's, you know, something people will remember. But either way, we'll go there to try and win the game like we do every game. So I think it's, you know, it's exciting, but at the same time, everyone's still got their game faces on.
Definitely, it should be a fantastic thing. And let's of course, think Wrexham be worried about Gateshead coming as well. We are just waiting for the teams to come out momentarily. There is a new signing for Gateshead. If you didn't see this morning, Owen Gallagher was signed on loan from Crawley. It's a northeast lad, so hopefully he can settle in quickly. And I think he knew a couple of the lads there. He played with them in youth football. So nice to have someone with some connections already coming into the club, and hopefully he can settle in and we'll see some good stuff from the youngster when he comes in now. That music signals that the teams are going to come out. We'll put the camera back on. We can't have it on during the match, obviously, for the TV rights and things like that, but we'll have this ready for when the teams come out onto the pitch. It's the first time we've done it this time. So let us know if it is any good. If you do like this feature, we'll try and do it more. There's the GFC ladies manager down there, Simon, helping out with a match day prep for the first team. So it's fantastic stuff. And remember, keep them messages coming in. I did notice there's a couple of tweets. We'll try and get to them as well. Well, we've got a message from David, the Wrexham fan. He's got all the fans of the other National League clubs watching Welcome to Wrexham documentary are even aware of it. I think everyone's aware of it. It's all over social media. Haven't had a chance to watch it yet. I'm sure we'll be watching it in the coming months. Right, lads, I'm going to put this on the spot. Predictions. I'll let Lewis go first.
2-1 Gateshead.
I'm going to go with a commanding win for Gateshead, 3-0.
Oh, well, there we go. Let's hope. Well, and any predictions from Wealdstone fans as well, if you'd like to send them in, please do. We'll try to be as... there's a fair few fans over there. I hope you can see it on the camera. I've made the journey up to Tyneside today for this game. Well, they teased us with the music for the players coming out. I've got the camera out already, but there we go. There's a tiny wheel stand. It is filling up. There's a little wave there, and we'll go across that side. And there we go. There's Carl Magnay's dad waving to his fans in the stand. Popular figure here. Feels like I'm missing out on this amazing commentary. Dan and Lewis by Dan Lewis by being in the stadium, or someone's watching from in the stadium there, but sent us a message still. But they'll enjoy the game there. There's Rob Elliott coming up the stand, of course, as well. And then we've got some kids scampering around to get their view here. But there's the view of Gateshead Stadium. If you haven't been here before, it is an international stadium, athletics track predominantly, of course. But it's a great view from here, and it should be a fantastic game this afternoon. Well, we're still waiting for the players to come out. We're 2 minutes from kick-off and make it here. Well, I think the players are down in the tunnel now. Jack McGragan, the media manager here at Gateshead, with these fantastic videos. You can see him recording down there, pitch side, waiting for the team to come out. They're teasing us like boxers here today, but here they come. This is Gateshead versus Wealdstone, full match commentary. There we go. There's the players going out onto the pitch. We're going to turn the camera off now and get right into it and give you all the information about who's playing here this afternoon. So, for Wealdstone, this is how they line up this afternoon. Sam Howes in goal, wearing number 13. Jack Cook, the captain. Ashley Charles. I'm going to keep trying to say this name properly. Ioji Ellery. Mason Barrett. Tyron Alarakai. Is that how would you pronounce that? Yeah, that's what we're going to go for that one. Nathan Ferguson, Stephen Brown, Dominic Hutchinson, Max Quaresma, and Sam Haberber. I'm having a great time. Habergam. There we go. On the bench, Lewis Kinsella, David Cisse, Alex Dyer, Malachi Napa, and Geordie Mongoy. And for Gateshead, this is how they line up this afternoon. Dan Langley in goal, Robbie Tinkler, Ethan Pye, Kenton Richardson, Tom Allen, Owen Bailey, Paul Blackett, the captain Greg Ollie, Adam Campbell, Dan Ward and Carl Magnier. On the bench is James Montgomery, Will Harris, Mike Williamson and Owen Gallagher, having signed this morning from Crawley. So there we go. That is how we line up. Gateshead in their grey and light, darker grey shirts, black shorts, white socks, and they are in yellow shirts, Wealdstone, with blue shorts and socks. And we'll find out which way we're shooting momentarily when we find out what's going to happen here with the officials for the coin toss. So there we go.
Am I being thick? They've got a number 28 playing. There's no number 28 on there.
We often get wrong numbers on the team sheets. I was once I can't remember which. I was playing Barnet, and one of the players was called Beard, but it had been written as Blard. So I called him Blard for the first 45 minutes until a Barnet fan corrected it on the commentary. But hopefully we've got all the names correct and present so far, as the captains are meeting to do their coin toss at the moment. And we've got a lot of messages that have come in here on the thing we've got there. Stones go top if they win. They certainly do. We've already put that one out there. We've got one from Mickey. Hope the lads are enjoying with Davey. Now you know how I have to suffer Wickley. He's not on the podcast anymore. Italian Stones here. Come on, Wealstone. Well, fantastic. People listening in from all over. Keep listening, send in your messages, and join the show wherever you can. And, well, we're about to get underway. Gateshead are going to be shooting from right to left towards the River Tyne. And we're going to have Wealstone shooting towards the Felon end. And we're underway. It's Gateshead build up from the back through Kenton Richardson. Pass it across to Carl Magnier, the former Grimsby man. Pye tries to play it down the left-hand side, and it's been put out for a throw-in here, right in between the dugouts. Well, Wealdstone fans are in good voice on the far side. I think there's more than 100 there.
Oh.
As Dan Ward receives the ball from the throw-in, gets it back to Pye.
Love that.
Pye plays it back to Magnier. Gets it very happy to play from the back and build up and wait for space to open up in front of them. Tinkler. Back to Kenton Richardson, who arrived from Sunderland in the summer. Spent last season on loan at Spennymoor down the road. And Dan Langley, who's on loan from Newcastle, plays it back to Kenton Richardson, who plays the ball through the middle. Didn't find its destination, and now Wealdstone can try and break, but Robbie Tinkler just gets in front of his man calmly. Now plays it over the top for Paul Blackett. I think way too much on that, goes all the way through to Sam Hose. Well, Lewis, I think the Gateshead set up as normal there. They're very comfortable to play from the back and try and hit them on the break.
Go on.
There's now the ball cleared by Howes. It's going to bounce out of play for a throw-in just past the Gateshead dugout on our right here. There's another ball on the pitch just being removed. Pye takes the throw back to Magnier, who in turn plays it across the defence to Kenton Richardson. Now Tinkler plays it back across the defence to the other side as Magnier has space to run into with the ball, puts it out to the left-hand side. Good touch from Pye. Drives with the ball down the left-hand side. He's under pressure though from Hutchinson. Hutchinson just manages to get possession of the ball and clear it up the pitch, but and Bailey judged to have caught late on Ashley Charles there. It wasn't a malicious one, but he's going to get a yellow card here. He was late, but I don't think the collision caused as much damage as Charles is making out.
A bit of a harsh yellow early on.
Yeah.
First one of the day, that. He's gone down lightly as well, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, look at him. He's fine.
He's waiting to see the card before he got up there. Well, he's back on his feet, Charles. He's all right. And Bailey is going to be the first man to go in the book here. 3 minutes gone. 0-0 if you're just joining us. But Owen Bailey, late challenge down on the touchline here.
It's amazing how quickly he got up, really, wasn't it, after he saw that card?
Oh, yeah.
It's a miracle.
You didn't see Kyle Cameron for Notts County, did you, when when he got his?
That was ridiculous. That.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we've got Simon Johnson. He didn't talk about how his performance was, though, when he did commentary.
He's just jealous that he's not here anymore, isn't he?
That's where it is. As Bailey wins the header. Ollie just dispossessed, and now Wealdstone can try and build down the left-hand side. The overlap there of Haberham, who puts it in, headed clear by Bailey. Now Dan Ward can try and get the ball clear. He has, but only into another Wealdstone shirt, crossed into the middle, nobody there, and that's going to roll out for a goal kick. Gateshead dealt with the ball into the box there. Don't think Wealdstone have settled yet at all. Still a little bit scrappy. Gateshead building from the back once again as Magnay gives it to Ward, who drops deep. He's under pressure from Charles, has to play it back to Langley, who kicks it straight down the middle of the pitch to Wealdstone player, but he only finds Dan Ward himself. Now Ollie can get the ball. Allen's on to this. It goes a lovely ball through. Just waited, just a little bit heavy in front of the goalkeeper, and quickly now Wealdstone can play the ball over the top. Kent Richardson cleared it to Brown, controlled it. Brown tries to turn his man, but Richardson wins the ball back. Magnay looks to get the ball forward. Pye's in space on the left-hand side, who he uses now. Back to Magnay. Plays the ball for Blackett to run onto. He bent his run fantastically. He's got the ball, pulls it back to Dan Ward. He's got options in Pye, who he does give it to, but it's played him into trouble there. It wasn't a very well weighted pass, but Magnay's there to mop up, and now Dan Ward can collect the ball, played forward as Campbell picks the ball. Good latch this tackle there from Haberham. I don't know who 28 and 29 is, because there's a 28 and 29 on the pitch, but we haven't got that on here, so try and decipher that, who it is. But now Barrett gives it to Charles. Charles turns in midfield, plays it out to Hutchinson. Still driving with the ball, Hutchinson, but there was Pye to clear the ball down the touchline and out. Cook. No, his ball wasn't the greatest there. The Gates are doing a little bit better in the possession stakes at the moment.
Yeah, I just need to relax a bit more on the ball and wait for the spaces to open.
Now Tinkler plays it back across the defence to Magnay. Drives forward with the ball. Out to the left-hand side of Pye. Pye has Allen in front of him. Tries to turn his man, just hits off his shins. But Gator pick it back up in midfield, and that was a foul there by Barrett on Allen, who nearly got past his man with the ball, but brought down. It's a free kick about 25 yards out here on the right-hand side, left-hand side, sorry. Just thought he was going to skip past there, Tom.
Yeah, he's done well to get the foul. Good opportunity now to get the ball in the box.
Well, Ollie stands over the ball. Players starting to gather on the edge of the box here. Edge of the D.
Tell you what, I think he should shoot it.
Yeah.
Genuinely.
Stop being silly.
There's some big targets, some big defenders there.
Look.
Yeah. We've seen them score from this territory. We're a little bit more central.
You know, I'd back Greggs to score from most areas to be fair, so.
Well, now goes short, gives it to Campbell. Campbell plays it down, looking for the run of Blackett, and Blackett complaining he was being pulled there, but goes out for a goal kick. Well, and we're seeing very similar tactics from Wealdstone, building from the back. Ball over the top, looking for the run of Brown, but that just skims out. It's a beautiful surface out there. The sprinklers were on all for a good 40 minutes before kick-off. It's a slick, fast pitch out there today. And since it's been relayed in the summer, I'd take a carpet, for want of a better of a word. I know it's a cliche, but the pitch does look in absolutely fantastic nick. As Kent Richardson plays the ball down the line to Allen. Allen tries to hold it up. The defender does well to put it past him, and now they try and build in midfield. But they have to play it all the way back, Wealdstone. Back to Howe. Howe under pressure from Blackett. Oh! And the keeper manages to scramble it clear, and the captain Cook in turn gets it clear, but only as far as Pye. Ward turns, has to play it back to Magny. Now Pye gets the ball back. Magny gets the ball back from Bailey, but gives it all the way back to Langley. Gates need to get the ball higher up the pitch, and that's a beautiful
Great
ball
ball.
to pick out. Tinkler
On,
brings it down. He needs a runner, gets it in Ollie, but the ball just took away from his toes, and now Wealdstone can try and break here on the right-hand side, but they cross it quickly to the left-hand side as Brown brings it down. He's got the overlap, and he's going to use it, and now there's a shot from the other side of the box. Great save from the feet from Langley, and Gates had tried to get the ball clear, but it falls back to a yellow shirt, and now they get to bring the ball down the right-hand side through. Oh, well, good defending by Campbell, but it was Max Kretschmer there that was running onto that one. Wait for Charles to come over to take this throw. 10 minutes into the 10th minute, 0-0. Wealdstone have an opportunity to get the ball in the box from the throw. In it comes. And it's going to bounce all the way through to Langley, who quickly had to run from his near post there to collect it. Keep sending them messages. We'll read them out when we get a break in play. As Magny belts back, gives it to Pye. Ward drops deep, gets a lovely ball forward to Pye, who plays it forward, and he was absolutely wiped out there.
Word, that is horrific.
That was very late, very
That's-
late. And he's trying to trot away as Barrett. As Mason Barrett. I love when defenders do that. To say, well, it wasn't me.
I think if Bales was a yellow, that's got caution for a red, that.
It was very late. Thankfully, Ethan Pye is back up onto his feet. That's a second yellow of the game. Well, consistency from the referee. We always want it, but we've got it there. So
hard to come by nowadays with National League refs, really.
Well, Pye on loan from Stockport County for the season. Gives it to Magny. And Magny pumps the ball over the top, and Barrett just brings that ball down, plays it inside. Barrett gets the ball back, plays it down the line, and that's going to go. Oh, yes, it has went out. Linesman took his time. Well, we've got a Gateshead fan listening in from Macclesfield. Thank you very much for sending your message there, Barry. We've got Sarah Mollett. She's put listening in from a wedding. I'm sure this is more entertaining than the wedding. And we've got one here from Nigel Jones. Come on, the Stones. Thank you very much, everyone, for sending your messages. Keep it going as Gateshead get the ball moving forward through Magny here on the left-hand side, across the halfway line, puts it into Pye, who's in acres of space here. Can he cross the ball in? It's deep, and it's just going to bounce over, and it's going to be cleared in turn up the pitch, looking for the run of Brown, but Kent Richardson gets in front and passes it back to Langley. Just needed a delivery in front of the defenders there, didn't it?
Yeah, I needed a bit more conviction on that one.
I'm quite confident with the football we're playing, though. I think we're playing very good football at the minute.
Finding a lot of space here.
Finding a lot of space, and we're finding the right moments to use that space. And I think everyone looks quite on it, and the passing's quite crisp.
Well, the back four are very narrow, and they're allowing Pye and, well, Tinkler on the far side there. Ward's come up on the left-hand side. He's going to swap now, so Pye can come up. But it's quite a narrow defence at the moment. A couple of midfielders come back to try and pack it out. Gateshead still building from the back. Gateshead to Ollie. Ollie's got support in Tinkler, who he uses and drives down the right-hand side. Plays it inside to Allen. Back to Tinkler. Lovely stuff from Gateshead. Can Tinkler pick out a teammate? Ollie's there. Now he's going to play it out to Allen. Allen, can he cross the ball into the box? He can.
Oh, unlucky.
He's going second attempt. Oh, he's got the ball back. Can he now? Third attempt. Cross it. Plays it off defender. Defender stands his ground well. Goes down and free kick given. Hard to tell from this angle, but it's a free kick. Yeah, he had a few bites at the cherry there, did Tom Allen, but just showing the game. We've had a little bit of success down the left, and then we've had it down the right there.
Yeah, it's been a good start. Good start, playing some good football. Like Jav said, we're using the space very well.
I think that's probably what's going to win us the game today. You know, the width out wide and using those overloads. I think the two lads we've got out wide are dangerous. and then the fullbacks as well joining in. That could cause them a couple of problems because they are set off quite deep today.
And also they changed the way they played out from the back there. They tried to go direct to the wing back and out it went, and Gateshead couldn't keep the ball in. But I don't think they like the pressure from the front.
No, that's something that we worked on during the week. You know, putting pressure on them high up the pitch and forcing them into the long ball.
As we say, there's back to Howe, and he's going to be under pressure again, but he manages to clear this ball in turn. Brown brings it down, lovely tucks to Karechma. He's got Hutchinson on the right-hand side who gets the ball. He's got the overlap with Barrett if he wants it. Gives it to Barrett now. Barrett didn't get the ball, and the ball just rolls out. I think he was expecting the tackle there.
I think we all were when Mags was flying in.
Yeah. You wouldn't want to be on the end of one of Magnay's. Or his tackle. 15 minutes gone here. It's 0-0. Open game. Gateshead having a little bit of a better of it. As Bailey finds Ollie. Back to Bailey. Nice vision to pick out Tinkler on the right hand side. Can play it back inside. Bailey just inside the Wealdstone half. Plays it across to Pye. Pye's got Dan Ward in front of him, who has Barrett marking him. Back to Pye. Gateshead just letting the ball do the work at the moment. Richardson, Magnay just inside the Gateshead half. Now he plays it out to Pye, who's got too much space on the left hand side. Didn't see the run of Campbell. And unfortunately, Ward was judged to a foul Karechma there. And it's a free kick to Wealdstone. Well, both wing backs still finding a lot of space for Gateshead as the ball's played out on the left-hand side, and now they try and open up Wealdstone to try and get the ball inside now, and it's going to be Alcaria plays it off to his teammate now. Charles plays it out to Hutchinson. He's got Barrett come round on the overlap, but decides to cut inside himself, plays it inside to Ferguson. Ferguson out to the far side. Now Alcaria plays it in. Ferguson under pressure. Plays it off the referee. The referee's going to give a drop ball here, is he? Tinkler not impressed. So we have the drop ball here. Ferguson at his feet, and we're back underway. Charles plays it back to the captain, Cook. Everyone inside the Gateshead half at the moment, bar Howe. Cook plays it to Barrett. Barrett was under pressure there from Campbell. They're still getting the ball at the moment. Brown, Gateshead pick up the ball. Campbell under pressure, tackle from behind. Referee says no, but play on. But why not? As Allen, he's got one defender in front of him, managed to get back, but he's inside the box. He's twisting and turning, lays it off to Pye. Pye needs to get a good delivery, and there was nobody there. And it goes out on the far side, and it's going to be kept in. It goes out for a throw to Wealdstone. And just need a little bit more time there to pick out a target.
I think when we're getting in those, those situations like that, we need to be a bit more calm and try and pick someone out, or just take our time really, because we're just rushing everything a little bit, and they're getting set quite quickly. So I think we just need to move the ball a little bit, open them up, and then try and go through instead of just crossing the ball straight in.
We had the time just to put it on either the edge of the box for someone come run in. I hope Tom Allen's all right there. He's took a little knock. Oh no, he's up. He's all right. As Barrett goes down on this side. Well, break in play while we wait for.
Break in play, we would Gateshead FC would just like to thank Felling Magpies under 12s.
There we
who
go.
are the ball retrievers today.
Ball retrievers today. Of course, it's an international stadium. There's a running track, so we have the ball boys and boy girls to keep the game moving.
And especially the volunteers who make the match days happen.
Well, Barrett's getting a good stretch there.
Looks like a hamstring.
Yeah, just doesn't look too too good if you're a Wealdstone fan. Physio's having to get right in there. Ah,
Looks
think-
like he's had enough of
yeah.
being on a yellow card and have
that's
Tom and AC running at him kind of thing.
that's how we'll judge it. But yeah, I think they'll be watching that one, see how he goes.
I don't know about you guys, but he's looked about, 20 times over to the bench recently.
Yeah, he has.
Saying, Gaffer, I'm struggling there.
The physios keep looking over as well there, wasn't he? So, but in this break and play, there is going to be a substitution here. So it is going to be Barrett coming off, and we'll see who it is. Maybe Kinsella that's coming on. Is it number 11? Is it Sesse is coming on? Well, the player that was on a yellow is off now. As we wait, Sesse to come on. He's just getting his final instructions. The players took a chance to get some water on board there. Of course, we're in the shade here in a tiny weir stand, but the pitch is absolutely bathed in sunshine as Sesse comes on.
Early substitution for Wealdstone. Leaving the pitch, number 6, Mason Barrett, to be replaced by number 11, David Cisse.
Someone's put nice to hear Wealdstone pronounced correctly. Well, we were told on the Heed Army podcast on Tuesday night when we spoke to Paul Franklin. That was the way to pronounce it. There we go. Got my strip on, it works. Here's Barry Lee listening in. There's Gateshead. Build from the back once again through Magny. Carries the ball forward 20, 30 yards. Stops just for the halfway line and plays it into Brown. And Brown now driving forward. Magny struggling to get back. He's down the right-hand side of the box. Now Brown cuts it inside. Brown gets the ball back. And he's twist and turn. He's got through. Can he get a shot off? No, he can't. Campbell just comes back and puts it out. And Gateshead nearly caught napping at the back there. Magny dispossessed. But it's went out for a throw now. 21 minutes gone. 0-0. As Charles has the ball in his hands. Let's players inside the 6-yard box, waiting for this ball to come in. In comes the ball now, and that was a push by Sesse there, but it's been overhead kicked back into the wards there. But Campbell again just to clear the danger. And, well, Gators just need to get a little bit of composure back.
Call me biased, but I reckon that was a foul on Ethan Pye there.
I thought it was a push. It looked like one, but as Langley comes over to retrieve the ball as it goes out near the corner flag. Goal kick.
Take this time to reset and get the ball moving again.
Yeah. I think Carl's a big enough character not to dwell on moments like that.
Yeah, I think they've putting more pressure now on the back line, making it a bit harder for us to play out.
I think if anything, that's only going to help us a little, because if once we've beaten the press.
The ball played inside there to Greg. Oliver Black had come back, and was that a foul? Referee says yes, it was. It was from behind, and Cook, he's not happy with the decision as Blackett is still down. Whether he won the ball or not, you kind of come in from behind like that these days.
No, but like we were saying, I think, it just showed there that they are pressing a little bit more, but the gaps between their front two pressing and the midfield pressing are massive.
Yeah.
So, they've got a couple pressing, but not the whole team are. So once you've beaten that press, you look at the time and the space that we're going to get on the ball, that's just going to allow us to hurt them even more.
Well, free kick to Gateshead inside their own half. We're 10 yards in. Magny stands over it. Gives it to Campbell, who gets the ball moving to Pye, who cuts in, holds it up, gives it back to Campbell. Campbell now puts the ball over the top of Blackett. He's onside. Can he bring the ball down? Cook's there and does well, but stops the corner, and it goes out for a throw down here next to the corner flag.
He's done well there, Cook, to get back.
Yeah. So Blackett's that fast and nimble. Any contact in the box, the defender's going to be worried. As Bailey plays it to Tinkler. Kenton Richardson across to Magnay. Plays it out to Campbell here on the left-hand side, who drives inside with the ball. Gets it to Bailey. Ollie back to Campbell. Looks for a beautiful ball out to Tinkler on the right-hand side. Can we get the delivery we need? Tried to put it along the bottom, and now it's been cleared up the pitch. But only as far as Bailey, who brings it down. Gets it to Ollie, the captain. Tinkler back to Ollie. Ollie puts a good cross in there. In comes Campbell at the back post, and Cisse had to put the ball out there, and that was lovely. Nice cross.
Great ball, great run as well from AC to get around the back stick. Got good defending in the end.
Yeah, made the left back work there.
You've got a knack for this commentary thing, mate. You really
I might have to take it up soon.
It becomes addictive. Well, Ollie's going to take the corner down here on the left-hand side. So wind picks up a little bit. You might hear it on the mics. In comes the ball. And, well, it's just bent right out to play. Out for a goal kick. Bit of a waste, that one. But it happens. Well, we're back underway as Cook receives the ball from Howe. Was he fouled? He was. Blackett just barged him after he kicked it, and Wealdstone players not happy, but he's up on his feet. Wants to word with Blackett.
As you can hear, a couple of the fans aren't happy with that one.
Yeah.
He's 6'4", and Blackie's not even. Blackie's what? 5'6".
Yeah, he's
Wow, that's a bit harsh.
All right, 5'7". He's pushing 5'7" at least.
5'6" and a quarter.
Yeah, we'll go with that. I mean, even that might be a bit generous. But as you can see, the National League refs again, once again, living up to their name.
Yeah, it's not great at officiating at times.
I think it's just so inconsistent, isn't it? You just never know what you're going to get.
Blackett under pressure there, and Cook, he stayed on his feet that time there with more contact as the ball bounces through there, and Kenton Richardson does really well. Comes across to cover, and he's still in possession.
Well.
Great stuff. Stood strong there, and it's went out for a throw to Gateshead. But that was good cover and play from the defender who come across to the other side of the defence to help clear that. Up high. Gives it to Magnay, who dropped deep. 26 minutes, into the 27th. Now the ball's pinged forward. Nice little header from Campbell. Puts the ball through. Blackett's in a foot race with Cook. Cook just gets in front of him and he kicks the ball forward. He's looking for the foul. And oh my words. The referees went for it and it's a free kick. Wow. It was a foot race, there was contact, but
again, another very harsh decision from the ref. I think the defender's looking for it.
I'm not even going to open my mouth about the refs in this league anymore. You know, it's becoming a recurring theme, really.
As Magnay and Brown in a thing there and a foul given back. Well, I said before, at least they're consistent.
Yeah, they're consistent.
Free kick to Gateshead near the corner flag down here on the right-hand side. Well, Langley in no rush to take this one. Looks like it's going to go longer as Magnay and Kent Richardson make their way up the pitch. Langley fires this one up towards Blackett and Cook. Cook wins the header. Koreshma loses the battle, but now Gateshead trying to apply pressure to win the ball back. Pye wins the header. It's over the top. Cook wins the header there. Oh, lovely touch from Campbell to Ward. Ward tries to get past his man.
Should have shot.
Yeah. Well, it's been cleared, but Gateshead can build again from the back. Pye. Oh, played it forward, looking for the run of Ward, but intercepted, and Cesse drives forward with the ball, and Ward Tom Allen brings him down the centre circle. Reaching for the card there. Another yellow, that one.
Card, isn't he?
That one.
He's getting a bit giddy.
That's I'd say that's the worst yellow he's give here. But But the referee, he's awarded it.
He looks to be one of these very happy card refs, doesn't he? He's eager to get them out.
I think he's trying to stomp his authority on the game and stop any contact at all, as Hutchinson doesn't control the ball well, but he gets it the second time. Pye's with him on the right-hand side of the box. Cuts inside, he's still going. Gets past Pye, goes for the shot deflection. Been cleared. Sessi tries to control it and out it goes. And Gateshead, well, stood firm, but he got past a little bit easy there.
He looks quite lively. I think you got to double up on him.
Yeah.
I think, after all this running that he's done, he's been up and down all game. Leaving him 1v1 with the tricky winger isn't the most helpful thing, but he can deal with it.
As the ball's played back to Howe in Wealdstone goal. Plays it out. Ellery has to turn and play it back. Gets it. Now Cook to have the ball as he drives forward with it. Plays it back across to Ellery. Charles sitting deep. Plays it back to Cook. They're trying to play Gateshead at their own game as the ball over the top, looking for the run of Brown. Brown gets in front of Pye. Pye does well to hold him up though. It's a tussle. Pye gets in front of him and clears the ball down the line. Great stuff. Ollie's there to skip past and gets it to... Does he get to Blackett? No. Sessi was there and now the ball goes out of play for Wealdstone Pro, much to the dismay of the Gateshead players. And it looks like Pye has took a knock in the back of the head there. Mike Williamson not the happiest there, talking to the fourth official. He's took a clattering on the back of the head there, Pye. And Paul Blackett's down as well. That's not great to see. And he seems to be holding his hamstring there. It takes a lot to get Mike Williamson animated on the touchline, so he must have seen something down there. He's a very calm and composed man.
Must be getting fed up with this ref.
I think Blackett's okay. Referee Bell just nodded to the dugout there that he's all right. But Harris is... Oh, I don't know. Now he's giving him a stretch, but... Harris is coming over. It looks like it could be done. Paul Blackett.
Yeah, it looks like
commentator's curse there. I thought he was all right for a second. Well, looks like both teams forced into first half substitutions here due to injury. Oh, no. It looks like he's all right. Harris is putting his bib back on. Both teams taking this opportunity in the break and play to take on water. He would hazard it could be 3 or 4 minutes added on at the end of this first half. Liv Walden, but she's finally got the commentary on. Thank you for joining us. Well, we're about to get back underway. Throw into Wealdstone. Charles receives the ball, plays it across to Ellery. The left back can bring the ball forward. Played it back to Ellery. It's going to come across the defence to the captain Cook. Now he pings the ball forward, looking for the run of the front men, and Langley just has to stride out to the edge of his box and pluck that out the air. Quickly lead it out to Bailey. Bailey to Campbell. Campbell gives it to Pye. More of a pressure from Wealdstone, but yeah, to get the ball out to the right hand side. As Kenton Richardson just plays it back to Langley. So neither goalkeeper tested yet. But Langley's come out his box a good way, and now he pings the ball over the top and straight through to his counterpart to Howe in the other end. The pressure from Wealdstone a bit more in this. Oh, and through a ball there. Pye manages to cut a loose ball, gets danced past one player, gives it to Ollie. Ollie Tries to play it down into the channel, but there wasn't a runner, but the pressure's there, and it's going to go out for a throw to Wealdstone. Yeah, a lot more pressure in the last 5-10 minutes from Wealdstone, but they still haven't managed to really break us down. Bailey nods it forward. Cook nods it down to Sesse. Over the top to Kent Richardson. All the time in the world for Gateshead to build and get back into position. Now with Tinkler.
I think it's a very weird one today because you're looking at the opposition and they're, they second in the table, third in the table?
Yeah.
And the foot, we've been on top of them really. We've created more, look like the better team.
Or Dan Ward in the centre of the pitch, gets it to Blackett. Campbell inside the box, goes for a curling shot and just didn't have the power on it. Keeper just scoops that out.
Much better.
But
the ball well there.
Yeah, I'd say for a team that's won 3 of the first 4, they haven't looked dominant or dangerous to the extent of where their league position is at the moment.
No, they've not really created anything. They've not looked dangerous in our final third. I think they're quite resolute. I think they're quite drilled in what they're doing. They don't really press that much, do they? They kind of sit off you and let you come to them.
Well, there must have been a little collision in front of the Gateshead dugout there. Stephen Brown was just given a moment to compose himself there. Didn't see that. But throw in from Sesse just in front of his own dugout. Charles under pressure. And slipped up now.
Go on, pass.
Allen drives through. He could have laid it off and just kept going. Defender did well to poke it away from his feet, but Pye manages to win the ball, and it's a bit of a hot potato at the minute, but Gateshead back in possession through Ollie. Ollie tries to play it through, and Sesse is there to clear it, but Gateshead back in possession. Campbell, lovely little dink to Ward. Ward gets past his man. Can he finish it to his shot? He can. Falls to Campbell. The deflection. He's on the right-hand side of the box. Plays it back across. Didn't get the deflection he wanted, and it's a goal kick.
Much better play. Moving it quick. Finding the little gaps.
Yeah, I was just expecting Allen just to tap that to the side there. It was a defender just got in front of him.
I mean, he probably should have done, but then, if he's only got eyes for goal, that's what you like to see from your attacking players, don't you?
It's easy to say it from up here, isn't it? In hindsight.
Spur of the moment kind of thing, you can see why he went straight for goal. But, Wardy's got to pull the trigger a little bit earlier then. Wardy's a good finisher. Just be more confident to shoot.
And the little bad possession in midfield from Wealstone as Gateshead can try and pick out a ball here. Allen is on, he's off. Flag went up straight away. Thought he had bent his run a little bit better, but Gateshead just applying the pressure in midfield and forcing mistakes because there's been a few wayward passes.
Yeah, the mistakes are starting to creep in for the opposition, so it's starting to look positive for us, but I'm sure it'll all settle down now.
37 minutes gone here in the first half. 0-0 if you had just joined us there. I just pressed the off button on my mic by mistake as the ball goes through to Magnate. He wants some support. He wanted Pye to show for him, but picks out Bailey and back to Langley. Kent Richardson receives the ball on the edge of the box, carries it forward. Back to Langley. Now ball out to Tinkler, brings it down beautifully on the touchline. Campbell gets it down the line, right hand side of the box, gives it back to Tinkler. Can Tinkler get a good delivery? And he can. And there's Tom Allen. Sesse does really well. I don't know how much he knew about it because it was behind him after it hit him, and the keeper manages to scramble to get that one. But what a cross that was from Robbie Tinkler.
Yeah, great ball in, and Tom unlucky at the back stick.
Well, that's brought the Gateshead fans back into life here in the Tyne and Wear stand.
Chances are starting to come now. I don't really want half time to come so soon. I think we're getting more and more opportunities. I think it's only a matter of time before we score, really.
Well, it's looking that way at the moment, but Wealdstone are up that end of the league for a reason, and they try to build now. As lovely stuff from Dan Ward.
He's fantastic.
He's trying to get past again. He's still going. Charles gets in front of him. Gateshead pick up possession though in midfield as Bailey now looks to keep the ball moving. Picks out Kenton Richardson, who crosses the halfway line. There's Robbie Tinkler. Can he thread the ball through to Blackett? He can. Good defending from Sesse there. That's 2 crucial interceptions he's made so far, but the ball's back with Tinkler. Gets it to Campbell on the right-hand side of the box. Ward down to the dead ball line, tries to turn his man, and down he goes. And it's cleared now up the pitch, but Magne brings the ball down well. Lovely control, gets past his
done
man.
well.
Lovely stuff from
Thought he was gonna
Magne.
shoot.
I'm sure he showed you the video where he scored from 45 yards, has he?
Oh,
No,
a couple
not
of
yet.
times.
Yeah.
Can't show me.
Well, Gateshead still in possession. Out to Pye here on, Allen on the left-hand side. Now Pye has the ball. Kenton Richardson.
Much more positive from the lads, cramming them back into their own half.
Magne inside the centre circle. Now pings it to Pye. Pye has Allen in front of him. Finds Ward. Lovely little flick to Allen. Allen looks to play it back to Pye. Pye inside to Bailey. Bailey calmly gives it to Magne, who was under pressure, back to Langley. Well, look, having a high line here, Wealdstone at the moment. Ball out towards Robbie Tinkler. That's
great ball.
beautiful stuff there as Tinkler brings it down, gives it to Ollie. He's on the corner of the box, gives it down to Campbell, who cuts it back.
Yep.
Oh, the keeper's
good
hands.
keeping.
Too easy for Gateshead to get through there. Just couldn't get the final shot off.
Far better, isn't it?
Well, it's the fans there are liking what they're seeing at the moment. And as you say, half-time approaching, just 5 minutes away, 40 minutes gone here, 0-0. Gateshead having much the better of the ball at the moment. Magne picks out Ollie, who's in acres of space in the centre circle. Picks out Kenton Richardson behind him. Now it's out with Tinkler. Back to Richardson on the halfway line. Campbell plays it to Tinkler, who's hugging that right touch line there, halfway inside the Wealdstone half. Back to Campbell. Oh, lovely ball through to Ward. Can he find a teammate as he has to go back down the line to Tinkler? Plays it inside to Campbell. Campbell looks up, plays it to Ollie on the right-hand side of the box. Back to Tinkler. Kenton Richardson gets it, moving the ball backwards. Fans want the ball played forward, but still in possession. Tom Allen in acres of space here. Too much space. Oh, sorry, it's Pye. Keep getting them confused. As now Bailey gets the ball back. Gateshead just passing the ball around with a lot of space here now. As Wealdstone just seem to compact their midfield and defence at the moment.
Can't get off the edge of their 18 at the minute.
Now Pye. He's got Allen in front of him. Gives it back to Pye. Allen again. Magne. It's like a training game at the moment. Just passing it about. Tinkler plays it down the line to Ollie. Ollie looks up, gives it to Campbell. Campbell has to turn. Gives it back to Ollie. Now Tinkler's there. Oh, he thought he was going to cross it, but give it back to Ollie. Bailey lays it across to Dan Ward. Dan Ward back to Tinkler. Can he get through his men? Trying to. He's still going there. Was he pulled down? Referee says no. Still with Gateshead though. They're camped out on the edge of the 18-yard box. And Gateshead must have had about 40 passes here. There's now Magne still in possession to Bailey. Richardson.
Be some goal this when we score.
I like the confidence. But wow. Gateshead dominant in possession here at the moment. Still, Gateshead pass the ball about. Tinkler back to Richardson.
Tons of space on this left-hand side for Gateshead.
Wealdstone are just being absolutely guilty of sitting back and not applying any pressure. As I say that, they do when we play it back to Langley. Now they try and push higher up the pitch, but Gateshead now with a ball out to Campbell. He's in acres of space. Defender nods it out for a throw to Gateshead halfway inside the Wealdstone half.
Like third in the league, and they're camped on the edge of their own box for the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, that was quite a passing display there by Gateshead, but Wealdstone, I'd imagine their manager would be quite angry that they didn't push out a little bit, but then again, haven't conceded yet. There's Magne.
Desperate for Magne to shoot.
From his own half, by the looks of things as well.
Shoot again as Magne gets the ball out to Pye on the left-hand side. Nice little pass inside to Allen. Allen plays it back to Magne, and the fans shout, shoot again. It would have to be something special there, and Ollie's ball through, finds Brown. Magnay tries to get past Brown, still going. He gets past Richardson. He's still going one-on-one with the keeper, goes for the shot, and he's finished it. And Wealdstone have scored out of nothing there. A wayward pass in midfield from Ollie. The ball got to Brown. He kept driving and driving. The two Gateshead central defenders couldn't get near him, and he put it in the back of the net. And from looking like camped out on the edge of their own 18-yard box to grabbing a goal from nowhere.
Yeah, I think that was their game plan from the start. Let us have the ball and try and catch it on the counter. Brown's done it very well from where he was to get a shot off, never mind score.
Well, there you go. 44 minutes gone here at Gateshead International Stadium. It's Gateshead 0, Wealdstone 1. We'll put the score up on the board as well.
I mean, watching that from up here, that's far too easy.
Yep.
Far too easy from, he's run from, inside, just outside of his own half, and he's gone straight through the middle.
In fairness to either defender, there would have been the last man. If they had took him down, it would have been a red. It was damned if you do and damned if you don't.
Yeah.
Well, going to get ourselves back underway here. We're into the final minute of normal time in the first half. Gateshead haven't been dominant in possession. You would imagine there's going to be a few minutes added on here through the two substitutions and stoppages that we've had in the first half. As the fourth official has the board in his hand and Gateshead try and build from the back. 4 minutes it's going to be here added on. So you can see we're into the final 30 seconds. There's a ball across to Pye. Sessi. Oh, and Pye is down there. Head injury. Referees urging the physio to come on straight away. And I'd be shocked if there's a booking here. But Sessi is walking away. Pye went in bravely for that there. Hopefully he'll get back up.
The fourth official has indicated there will be a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. 4 minutes additional time.
Well, Ethan Pye still down at the moment. Greg Ollie remonstrating with the referee at the moment, saying, well, he's nearly knocked him out. He's not happy. So we've got a few messages that have come in since the goal. We've got a lot of say yes. There we go. There we go. And we've got a message here. This is going to be a long, hard season. If we can keep going like this. Well, let's say as you stated before kick-off, strike force for Gateshead are poor. I wouldn't say that. Just game's not over yet. Pye still receiving treatment. He's up onto his feet though, which is a good sign. Hopefully he can continue. Shake the hands with Sessi there. And I'd imagine we've still got the 4 minutes to play here with that stoppage. It's going to be a drop ball for the goalkeeper. Another message there. Get in there from Stephen.
Excuse me, can you say what's up? Yes, there's a player.
As the ball is pinged all the way up. Pye does well to get that, and he's pushed down by Hutchinson, but it's a throw in. Referees saying calm it down. And well, what a sting in the tail that was for Gateshead at the back end of the first half after looking very dominant to Stephen Brown driving through and getting Wealdstone in front as Gateshead try and the ball pulled back there. Free kick to Gateshead just inside their own half on the left-hand side of the pitch. Well, now we're going to get this free kick taken short across to Kenton Richardson, back to Magnay. Now Ollie drops deep, carries it forward, right hand side of midfield, cuts inside of the ball, lays it off to Bailey. Bailey gives it to Magnay. Pies on the left hand touchline, plays it back to Magnay. Now with Richardson. Gateshead trying to switch flanks to get the ball moving forward as Tinkler plays the ball forward for Ollie. Ollie on the edge of the box, drives down the right hand side, cuts it back, wins a corner. And can Gateshead got a good delivery in here late on in the first half. Gateshead still trying to get the ball forward. Gateshead leaving 3 men back here in case of the counter attack. Ollie plays this one in. Oh, Bailey wins the header, but couldn't direct it goalwards and goes out nearer the corner flag than the goal. It's a goal kick. And Lewis, disappointing way to end the first half, really, isn't it?
Yeah, like we were saying, I think with possession-wise, we've dominated the game, but I think Wealdstone have come with a plan and they've executed it perfectly so far. Away from home and to grab a goal on the counter attack like that's something that I've wished for at the start of the game. So we've got to come back out second half flying and try and break them down because I think second half is just going to be more of the same for them.
Yeah, well, there is the half-time whistle. It is Gateshead 0, Wealdstone 1. Stephen Brown with a driving run after picking up a loose ball in midfield. He got past Richardson and Magnay, and then ultimately got past Langley as well. Thank you very much, everyone that sent in messages. We are going to play a highlight from this week's podcast during the half-time break. Thank you very much for all your messages. Keep them coming in. We will be back when the teams come back out for the second half. And if you're not sure what the Heed Army podcast is, this is just a snippet of when we talk to an away fan before a game.
Always give the podcast one more share. We're joined by our guest, Paul. How are you doing, Paul?
Evening, chaps. You all right?
Yeah, fantastic. Can you hear us all right?
Yeah, all good. Yeah.
Oh, good. You always fear when we have a guest come on. Sometimes the link isn't the greatest, but
it's nice to see a fella Baldy come out. Look at that. Get in. You're like me. You've got more hair on your chin than on your head.
They say I should turn my head upside down.
Yeah.
I've been told that a few times, to be fair, Paul.
You've been told to have your head a shake, Mickey. Paul, obviously we've got the game coming up on Saturday. How's the season started for yourselves?
Unbelievably well, as you sort of alluded to just a few moments ago. Way beyond the expectation, I think, of any Wealdstone fan, especially after seeing pre-season. It was slightly underwhelming. There was, you always get the try list, and we're never sure who the management team are going to sign on. We lost the 2 or 3 more influential players from last season, where we finished 16th. So it unbelievable. 3 wins out of 4. The 3 wins that we have actually got are probably against the 3 stronger teams on paper, having lost to Eastleigh. So listen, we're not silly. We're only a sort of 1 defeat away from possibly a bad run, that sort of thing. But we'll take it. 3 out of 4 and sort of second in the league at this time is unbelievable.
Yeah, it's not a bad way to start.
You haven't got your championship button up already.
No. Listen, we're very realistic. We punch above our weight. We have done for this is our 3rd season now in the National League, and we survived the first 2. Did very well last season. It's 9 points towards safety. I think more than 9 points towards getting in the playoffs in League 2.
Yeah, I think we're probably the same. Just want to get as many points on the board as possible.
Yeah,
without a doubt. I think when you look at Wealdstone and what may hinder them going forward is the strength and depth in the squad. So if we can pick up as many points as we can whilst we're playing well, and the team are obviously doing very well, you hope you might pick up a few loan deals off the back of that and other players want to come and join if we're looking to sign others. So I think, strength in depth is going to be probably something that will go against us. So by getting these points on the board is really going to help sort of getting into those stickier, colder, more difficult months, in and around and after Christmas. Definitely, it's always the thing, isn't it? You don't want to get into a bad run of form when it's bad weather and travelling and horrible dark nights. It's never the greatest. But are Wealdstone full time, or are you one of the few part time outfits?
No,
we have one full time employee at the football club who is a chap that runs the club on a day to day basis on the non footballing side.
Yeah,
the whole footballing operation is part time. Our manager Stuart Maynard is actually a BT engineer. And he doesn't work on a Tuesday because he commits his time to Wealdstone on a Tuesday, and they train on traditionally as they used to in non-league on a Tuesday and Thursday. I think the strength and conditioning coach, Rachel, she looks after them on a Monday sort of via a Zoom meeting and that sort of thing. So, I mean, listen, they're doing extremely well. Gone are the days where you are, as Oldham fans suggested, they're plasterers and plumbers and farmers, but
I think everyone knows about nutrition and fitness now.
Yeah.
It's in general day-to-day life, let alone athletes. And most of these players have been at bigger clubs, haven't they, or been involved at some point. So they look after themselves.
And these lads are footballers. They just happen. I think the biggest thing that we don't get as a football team, as a squad, I guess, is the contact time with the management. Not doing 4 or 5 hours a day on the training field. They're doing 4 or 5 hours a week. But they're all. I think we've probably got 2 or 3 that maybe have other jobs, but I think mainly football is their main focus. So we're lucky in that sense. And I guess us and maybe Dorking. I know you mentioned Dorking a moments ago, and Maidenhead could be. They try and cherry pick the best part-time footballers that the country can offer. And we certainly got some in. Jack Cook and Max Kretschmar come in and done extremely well.
Yeah, it's always a challenge. I mean, obviously we're still full time, which I didn't expect when we got demoted, but not by our own doing, of course. But it's one of them leagues where you do notice it is harder to compete against the full time sides, isn't it?
Oh yeah, without that. And the thing was, when we came into it 3 seasons ago, we didn't have the setup we even have now, and it's those small steps to non-national league. Safety and National League status. 3 seasons ago, I mean, we were recruiting lads from the Ryman's Premier Division, some National League South teams. Now we're able to recruit National League standard players, those lads that have experience of the league. And I think that's where the biggest difference has come in the last 3 years is the recruitment, because we've stayed in the league, because we play the type of football and brand of football we do. Everything has helped. Come, be better.
Mm-hmm. Well, just on that, we've got a question. Paul, what are the Wealstone tactics for coming to the game? I don't know if you want to skip all that away, but do you hold the midfield or do you press up front straight away? What kind of football do Wealstone play?
No, Wealstone very much play a possession-based game. They play out of the back. They get caught a few times. Teams that do press easily, I think, very much were one that put the press on, whereas these bigger sort of ex-league teams and the bigger teams tend to sort of sit off and we can play through the lines that little bit. But we certainly do play very, very good possession-based football. We try and get on the front foot, try and load on the wings and out wide. Sometimes outgun teams. We're not particularly big. We're not particularly aggressive. There's a lot of people sort of say the National League you need 6 foot giant. You wait till you play Woking. They're about I think the average height is about 6'2", right? So we haven't got that. We got a few bigger lads, but we're quick, small, young, and have a desire to want to sort of get forward and play attacking football.
Well, I think it sounds exactly like the conversation we had last week. Very similar to what the way Gateshead play, yeah. So
I think it's probably very much the same. Very much the same. I think that's how we won the National League South a few years ago. That's how Dorking have gone up. So we've got our management team in Stewie and Matt. They've stuck to their principles over the last 2 1.5, 2 years they've been in charge. I don't think they'll ever change. The benefit of that is it's almost like a little bit like academy football. So we've had good experience with loaning academy lads and who've come in, and it's done them the world of good. A few of them are playing in the EFL Cup tonight who were with us last year, because we play a good brand of football, and these non sort of lower league EFL teams want their youngsters to come and play with us. So you should see an attractive game with Wealdstone. It can sometimes be frustrating and boring because they keep the ball that little bit too much if the fans are being honest at times, but it works. On the whole, it works, and clearly 9 out of 12 points. It's showing that it's working.
Certainly is.
Well, it is half time here at Gateshead International Stadium. There was some time added on. It's 4 o'clock here at the moment, but the teams haven't come back out. But one notable thing is that Mike Williamson, player manager, is going through a vigorous warm-up here in the half-time break. So will we see a change from Gateshead going forward into the second half? We'll let you know straight away. In fact, I can show you on the screen that the Mike Williamson going through his warm-up there. Second, does help if I have the it on. There we go. Now we need it to focus. There we go. Is it going to come up? There we go. There's Mike Williamson down there, just talking to the physio Chris Bell. So he's been going through a warm-up. Here we are. This is what we've got at half-time here at Gateshead International Stadium. Just waiting for the players to come back out for the second half. Keep sending in your messages. We'd love to hear from you. And a big thank you to all the Wealstone fans that have joined us so far. You'll be much to have here. Your team is winning 1-0 if you are just joining us. Stephen Brown scoring the goal here at Gateshead International Stadium that gave them the lead, of course. And looking across there, I think there's more than 100, actually. I know it's probably hard to see on the screen here. The camera makes it look a lot further away than it is. I know some cheeky scamps will say, well, they're miles away anyway because of the running track. But there's a fair few made their way up, and they've made themselves heard so far this afternoon, as well as Ian Watson, assistant manager, and manager Mike Williamson stand down there just near the dugout, chatting about what they're going to do here in the second half. And we'll find out momentarily what will be going on as Kinsella comes out onto the pitch for Wealdstone there. He's stripped and ready to go, so it looks like he may be coming on in the second half. We'll confirm that as well when they come out, but stripped and ready to go is Lewis Kinsella. And we've had a message from the Stones cast saying it's Cisse, so apologies for the mispronunciation. Sometimes some of these names, they can catch you off guard. Apologies. Also, dyslexia and commentating don't always go hand in hand, but I try my best. So please be forgiven. But a big thank you to all Wealstone fans that have joined us this afternoon, and we hope that you're enjoying the commentary so far. And it's always nice to have away fans tuning in. We try to be not as rose-tinted as other commentaries. Of course, we are a predominantly Gateshead commentary, but we call the game as we see it. And as I say, hopefully you are enjoying it here. And I'm going to have to get a tripod for when we do this. It's a new feature here on the Heat Army podcast, doing this little camera scene here and showing you the sights and sounds. And remember, we do love it that you tune in here. But if you're on the Tyneside area, get down to a match here at Gateshead International Stadium. Football's always better here in person rather than listening on radio or watching on TV. Don't be one of them fans. Get down and give the lads your support. As Mike Williamson still goes through a warm-up there, you can just see him trotting away from the Gateshead dugout. And while I've got some time to kill, why not join us on Monday night? The Heat Army podcast is going to be live at 9 p.m. Monday. We normally do it on a Thursday, but we start doing Monday shows now, especially when there's a midweek game to preview that. And we're going to speak to a Wrexham fan, hopefully. But who knows, even Ryan Reynolds. We'll put a message out to him. If you're listening in, Ryan, or the Rob, the other one, we'll speak to you as well. But join us 9 p.m. Monday night, and we'll be recapping this game, and of course looking forward to the Wrexham game on Tuesday. And then we should be doing our regular Thursday show as well and previewing the game after that. So please do like and subscribe. It really does help. We're trying to reach as many fans as possible, not just Gateshead fans around the National League that, like yourselves, might not have been able to travel up today. And hopefully we can be a close second to the match. But unless you've got your own commentary services that you like to listen to, but hopefully you've enjoyed us and might recommend us to some friends and fans of other clubs that you know, and come along and see us here on Heed On Me podcast. And if you're a fan, maybe that Wrexham fan that was tuning in as well to listen to us, we'll see if we can get you on as well. If you follow us on @Heed_Army on Twitter, we'll try and get you on Monday night, and we'll talk about the game coming on Tuesday. So there you go. That is what the scene looks like here at Gateshead International Stadium. We are 4:05. Of course, there was a delay. There was a few stoppages in the first half and a few substitutions. So we are running a little bit behind time. We're probably going to be one of the last games to finish here this afternoon on your weekend football. So if you're got this game on your coupon, it's going to be one of the last ones. And we are waiting for Lewis Knight and Dan Jarvis to come back and join us here in the second half for the commentary. And we hope you're enjoying it. We got a message from Meg Baker. She's put, "Come on the Heed. Lovely to have Kedwin Scott's mum still, grandma even, supporting us here, even though he's went to pastures new, and now I believe he scored his first goal for Notts County this afternoon, along with Macaulay Langstaff. It's 2-0 in their game. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn this off. There we go. Put that down. There we go. Remove that. And I'm going to go through the half-time scores here in the National League. So at the minute, it is Bournemouth 0, Altrincham 1, 10-man Bromley 0, Scunthorpe 0. It is Eastleigh 0, Southend 1, Halifax 0, Notts County 2, 1-0 to Wealdstone here. York winning 1-0 away to Maidstone. Maidstone 0-0 are drawing 0-0 with Torquay. It's 2-0 to Solihull Moors at home to Dorking, who are down to 10 men. And it is Yeovil 1, Dagenham Redbridge 0. And Woking Wrexham kicks off later this evening. So there you go. That's how we stand. The teams are back out here for the second half. Please do get fully interactive with us. Send us your messages. Let us know where you're listening from in the world. We know we've got Barbados. And I think there was another one as well, which I can't quite remember which one it was. But the teams are out, and we're going to see a substitution here. Kinsella is coming on for Wealdstone. We'll let you know who he's replacing. Well, Mike Williamson isn't stripped to come on, but he's been warming up. And Gallagher is coming on for Gateshead. So there is going to be a substitution for both teams. It'll be the second substitution each. Here, going into the second half. All right, as we await. I cannot see who hasn't come back out here for this. Let's have a look. I'm trying to see. It looks like Ethan Pye hasn't come back out here for the second half. So Owen Gallagher is going to be replacing him. And Kinsella has been replaced by it says 29 here, but Haverham is so Kinsella is on, and now Gallagher is going to come on for Ethan Pye. Of course, he took a nasty head collision earlier on, so having signed this morning, I think he trained yesterday with the lads. He makes his Gateshead debut here this afternoon, and he's straight into the action with Cisse, chasing him down as Gallagher battling with him. Ball goes out for a Gateshead throw, and well, Cisse trying to drive down that right-hand side, and we've got a substitution. Owen Gallagher's on for Ethan Pye, and Kinsella is on for Haverham. So
Knight is just currently looking after Ethan Pye at the moment. He'll be back up in a minute.
Oh, that's good. Is he all right? As he took a nasty knock?
He's all right. He's just a little bit concussed, so he can't carry on in the second half. But
yeah,
he's a brave boy. He'll be all right.
He certainly is. Well, we'll see. Gateshead with another. We've got a free kick here. Now it's played back to Langley. As Langley just takes a touch, gives it to Kenton Richardson. Tinkler drops deep to collect it here. Plays it back to Richardson. The wind is getting up again here at Gateshead International Stadium. A little bit overcast now, but still a lot of blue skies around us. As Gateshead try and build down the left-hand side, as now Gallagher drives forward with the ball, plays it forward, and Blackett went out to Campbell on the left-hand side of the box, goes down to the dead ball line. Can he cut it back?
Yeah.
Oh, Paul Blackett had the whole goal to aim for. It just seemed to go past there. Oh, I don't know if we got the connection.
I doubt, but great few first touches for Owen there. Looked very, very bright, didn't he?
I certainly did.
Hopefully more of that to come this half.
A lot of pace down that left-hand side.
Great first touch, and he looks quick as well, doesn't he? It's exciting.
Certainly did, right up to the lip.
Yeah. Right up here.
Well, we've got the throw in to be taken here. Right down the line. Tinkler wins the header. Nodded forward. Bailey wins the header again. Kinsella gets his first touch, but it drops to, nearly dropped to Campbell. Awkward bounce. And now it's been dinked forward for trying to get the run of Hutchinson, but Gallagher's there. He's turned his man. Plays it back. Good stuff.
Tell you what, has there ever been a sub in the second half that got man of the match?
I don't know, but he's starting on fire, isn't he?
He's starting well.
Well, we'll see what he can produce here. He's in acres of space on the left-hand side there. Ball goes back to Magny. Langley, if he looks up, Tinkler's in acres again here, and ball comes over towards Tinkler. He's going to win the header, is he? He has. He got it into Campbell. Campbell gives it to Allen. Allen got two men around him down the right-hand side of the box. Gives it back to Tinkler. Tinkler crosses it in. It's going to come to Blackett. Blackett comes off his head. Dan Ward has to just adjust his run, but it bounces away. Cleared, but only as far as Magny, who brings it down. All inside the Wealdstone half at the moment. There's Ollie. Plays it to Dan Ward. Dan Ward looks up to find Tinkler. Right-hand side. Now he crosses the ball in. Deflected. Oh, hits the woodwork. Allen puts it back across, and it's a corner to Gateshead, and that's better from Gateshead in the second half.
A lot better.
Well, carving out two good chances here in the early stages. Into the 49th minute already, and Ollie has a corner here on our right-hand side. In comes the delivery towards the near post, nodded clear. Kinsella pokes it even further clear, but Tinkler's there to just turn his man and calmly get the ball under control. Plays it up to Campbell. Nice, he's got Ollie on the right-hand side, who he uses. Runs up against Kinsella, plays it inside to Blackett. Blackett finishes! Oh, hits the pin side of the post and bounces back to the goalkeeper. And that was just beautiful to see. Nice play, fast flowing, carved open the Wealdstone defence, but the ball just wouldn't go in. Well, that's one grateful goalkeeper there, isn't it?
I don't know how that hasn't gone in.
Wow.
But it's a promising start from us, isn't it?
It certainly is. We've come out the traps really fast here as Gallagher nods the ball forward. CC was closed down there, and that was a foul from behind there, brought down. Charles remonstrating with the referee there. Yeah, but the intensity and the passing Wealdstone are struggling to deal with at the moment. Well, it looks like Kareshma's getting the talking to here. Well, Ollie's going to take this free kick. It's probably about 45 yards out, maybe a little bit more on the left-hand side of the centre of the pitch. In it comes towards the back there. It's headed clear by Cook. Tinkler tries to get it under control, but Brown does well to put him off. Great cover and play from Dan Ward. He's been everywhere this afternoon. As we take a moment to gather our breath, 51 minutes gone. It's still 1-0 here to Wealdstone. Brown with the goal as the ball's played down the right hand side. But Cook's there to head it clear. Tinkler wins another header. So does Bailey. Can it pick out a Gateshead shirt? And now, lovely
Great
tackle from
tackle.
Gallagher. Now the ball through the middle, and that's a pull down. Surely it's going to be a red card.
It's got to be a red. Has to
Surely.
be.
Yes, last man. Barrett was the last man, or was it Ellery? I think it was Ellery there. He was the last man, and he pulled him down. And Gates have a free kick here about 20, 25 yards out. And there's a lot of arguing there, but facts are facts. He was the last man and dragged him down.
Stonewaller on it. You can't argue with that. Last man, and you're dragging someone down. He was in on goal. It's a definite red.
Well, I know obviously it sounds like we're having a dig at Wealdstone here, but they haven't been able to handle the pressure in the first half. So I'm saying they haven't been able to handle the pressure in the first half, have they? The movement, they've just struggled.
Start of the second half, we've been sharp, we've been on it. I think it's a lot more promising than the first half. We're moving the ball a lot quicker. We're making more forward runs, and just they can't deal with it at the minute. As seen then when Blackie was in on goal and the centre half had to bring him down.
Yeah, well, as Ellery makes his way off the pitch there, he's not a happy character, as you can imagine. But Gateshead now are against 10 men. And we spoke about Ollie being dangerous from a set piece. You would say this is perfect territory for him here. It's very central, 10 yards from the D. But if anyone can do it, you'd fancy Greg Ollie to have a decent pop at this. We've seen him do it before. What can the captain conjure up here this afternoon? As he staggers his run, now he takes it. It's put out to the side there, even straight. The offside flag comes up. Hard to tell from this angle, but Kent Richardson ghosted through there, didn't he?
It looked like he was on from where we're sat, but obviously the linesman's got a different angle to us, and maybe we're a little bit biased. But
yeah. Well, if Gateshead can carry on like this, they're going to make a good fight of it. But from a Wealdstone perspective, they'll be wanting to get a bit of composure quickly. That's how goal kick bounces all the way through here to Magnate. Tinkler. So now's the question about Wealdstone. Do they keep applying the pressure they were trying to do before and risk leaving a gap? But Magnate driving forward with the ball now, lays it off to Campbell. Left-hand side of the pitch, he's still going, plays it through for Ward. Ward, can he keep this in? He back heels it in, he keeps it in. There's Gateshead apply the pressure on the far side. Campbell does well now. Can Gallagher cross the ball in? Lays it back to Richardson. Good stuff from Gateshead. Plays it down the line here now for Tom Allen. Can Allen cross the ball in? It's bounced, it's deflected out for a throw-in. And Gateshead just carrying on where they left off.
I don't think too much is going to change from a Wealdstone point of view. I think, they were sat back in the first half, and even now...
Beautiful ball coming in there. Cisse clears it to... now it falls to Campbell. Can he finish it? It goes down. Brave goalkeeping. Brave goalkeeping there. And Campbell... There's a bit of argy-bargy there. I think there might have been contact from Campbell's foot on the goalkeeper. Hard to see from here, but that seems to be what all the Wealdstone players are suggesting here. And the ball was there to be won, but it was brave goalkeeping. He dived at the feet of the striker.
Goalkeepers are just built a little bit differently, aren't they? They're just a bit more...
Yeah.
Couple of screws loose, so to say. But
well, the linesman was there to see anything. He's going over to it. I hope the goalkeeper's all right, first and foremost, but I hope common sense is used here, because it wasn't like he dived in off the ground. The ball was there
to be kicked.
Yeah.
And the goalkeepers, dived at it. But no, the ball was there to be played by AC, so I didn't see anything wrong with it.
Well, so we are just Howe receiving treatment at the moment. I'm not sure if they do have a goalkeeper on the bench. as Campbell stands away over the far side with the assistant referee. Well, the goalkeeper still down receiving treatment.
The 50-50 draw has been claimed. Thank you very much.
Just having a little look through here. And thank you very much to Nick Dugard for sending us a tweet. We cannot bring down those up on screen, sadly, but thank you very much. Enjoying the commentary. We're still having a break in play here as Sam Howes is receiving treatment from the physio for a head injury. Gateshead doctor, I think, goes over to help out there. I think we might have a cut by the looks of it. But he is lying absolutely still on the pitch as Lewis is about to join us back here on the commentary. Oh, well, there's been a yellow card shown to one of the Wealdstone players there. So I believe that was... trying to see which Wealdstone player got a yellow card there. Confirm that shortly. But one of the Wealdstone players got a yellow card there for the reaction.
Did they?
Yeah. So
I mean, it was a bit over the top. The ball was there to be won. So
yeah, Lewis Knight has just joined us back there. How's Ethan Pye doing?
He's all right. It's a bit of concussion, but unfortunately, with the new rules, he isn't allowed to continue. So they've had to take precautionary measures and take him off.
Magny claws the ball away and it goes right up into the half. Kinsella tries to bring it down. Brave stuff there from Alan. Lunging in there. Goes out for a throw.
Mr. Lewis Knight might not know that they're now down a man. They've had someone sent off.
Yes, Ellery was sent off. He last man pulled down Blackett. So there's a cast iron red card.
That's good news.
Yeah. So
we can take advantage.
And we've started.
Plenty of time.
We started rather well in this second half.
Yeah, we've started off great, haven't we? Moving the ball a lot faster, mate. And then we've had chances as well.
As Magnier carries the ball forward, plays the ball, lovely ball out there for Dan Ward. Just skims away from him there out of play, but the gaps are opening up there for Gateshead and both sides of the pitch. Well, keep their messages coming in. We'll read them in a break and play. Well, they're taking a fresh towel around for the goalkeeper there, so I don't know if he has been cut open or... Let's keep checking there. But I would imagine if that still keeps going, they'll want him to go off the pitch, won't they? So, and I don't think they have a sub goalkeeper on the bench. Gateshead win the ball back. Goes all the way through to House, who comes out his box, clears the ball up towards Tinkler, who calmly chests it back to Dan Langley in the Gateshead goal.
We seem to have stepped it up for gear from what I've seen. A lot more positive from the lads.
Yeah, it started a million miles an hour. Good passing movement from Gateshead. 60 minutes gone. Gateshead still 1-0 down, but have a man advantage here in the second half. Magny collects the ball in the centre circle, carries forward. Dan Ward just loses out in the tussle there, and a free kick given against Magny on Brown. And it gives Wealdstone an opportunity to get the ball forward.
I think even more so now than the first half, we need to utilise the wing backs a bit more. I think you're looking now, number 17, Hutchinson and Creshmar on the opposite side are having to track our fullbacks the full way. And I like that matchup with Gallagher against Crutchmar on that left-hand side a lot more now.
Yeah, it's an interesting battle going into the final 30 minutes here. Headed forward. Now, Kenton Richardson can pass it back to Langley. Magny. Wealdstone just sitting very deep. They're not pressing at all. Gator can bring the ball forward as Dan Ward Gets past Cook, still going, lays it off to Campbell. Can he get a shot off? He's on the edge of the box. Ollie lays it across to Tinkler. Tinkler now put behind, brave defending. And
I don't think I
Gateshead,
saw that coming. I think it just hit him on the head.
yeah. Well, Gateshead turning it up another level here. Can they find an opening to put it in the back of the net? Ollie places the ball down for a corner here on the right-hand side. Plays it short to Campbell. Ollie skips past the man, lays it to Dan Ward. Dinks it towards the back post. Keeper pokes it out the air. Good idea though, but Bailey was just the wrong side of the goalkeeper. As Gateshead haven't made 2 substitutions so far. We've still got Harris and Williams on the bench. Cook heads the ball clear. CC, sorry. Battling for it on the far side. Judged to a foul. Gateshead player. Free kick on the halfway line on the far side. And just look how quick Tinkler's getting into position here on the right hand side. Seeing that gap and just going straight over to it. Now he receives the ball. Plays it inside to Ollie. Back to Richardson. Ollie gets the ball back. Plays it down the right hand channel for Tinkler. Tinkler, lovely little turn. Gives it back to Ollie. Gets it still in control. Richardson across the other side of the defence to Magny. Magny now, it's been passed inside there by Allen. Allen gets the ball back, lays it off to Blackett. Blackett out to Gallagher. Gallagher plays it back to Magny. Magny looks to play across, goes for a shot. Hope he wasn't listening to me about the 40-yard shots there. It wasn't the greatest one. Well, we'll say it was across to save his blushes.
Yeah, we'll say a shot. Shot come cross. I don't think Mags knew what he was doing there, to be honest.
Like, wins the header there, but it drops to a Wealdstone player. But great cover and play there from Dan Ward. Gallagher now just plays it back to Bailey. Bailey to Ollie. Ollie under pressure, but can find Tinkler. They're starting to get a little bit more busier in midfield, Wealdstone, trying to relieve the pressure on the defence. Gallagher now plays it down the line. Nice vision to pick out Blackett, but Cook does well to get in front of him and clears the ball off a Gateshead player for a throw on the far side. So we've got about 27 minutes left. Let's see, they're going to have to keep this pressure up and trying to get in and amongst it. Well, looks like we might see Paul Blackett make way here. Is it?
I think it's Tommy Allen.
Yeah, Tom Allen has left the pitch on the other side, so we're going with a little bit more height up front here. Will Harris, former Sunderland man on loan at Barrow last season.
Substitution for Gateshead, leaving the pitch number 7, Tom Allen, to be replaced by number 19, Will Harris.
Well, we're back underway. Charles, this is off to CC, who fall forward, went all the way through to Langley. Now Gateshead can try and drive forward again. Richardson carries the ball forward at the halfway line, gets it out to Tinkler on the right hand side. Nice bit of footwork from Tinkler, gets it back to Richardson. Richardson back to Tinkler on this right hand side. Richardson driving forward, gets across to Magny, all on the edge of the area here, or nearly every player here involved this afternoon as Gallagher gives it back to Magny. Magny to Richardson. Tinkler's in acres of space here on the right hand side, still is. He could telegraph that one and he's still got it. Now can Tinkler get a ball in, gives it to Ollie. Ollie's cross in wasn't the greatest. He appeals for handball, but it's a corner. Yeah, definitely got to exploit the wings here because Tinkler's just getting too much room, isn't he?
Yeah, it's definitely something we need to try and use a bit more. But it's still positive. We're still creating lots of opportunities to get the ball in the box, which is a good thing. Wealstone are defending well at the minute, though.
In comes the corner now. Oh, and Cook manages to head it clear towards the edge of the box. It's going to bounce. Ward gets it out to Gallagher. Nice
Great
footwork.
feed.
Gets it inside. Now Ward, if he can twist and turn himself, goes for a shot. Oh, the goalkeeper.
Well played. Good
Nice.
play.
So he managed to get the space to get the shot away. Sadly, too close to the goalkeeper. But better from Gateshead again. Well, and Kinsella has went down there. I was reading a message. I didn't see what happened there. Was it a late tackle by Ollie?
No, it's a
it was
great
good,
tackle.
Good tackle.
Good tackle.
Just milking it.
So we've got lots of messages coming in there. Keep them coming. I'll read in the break and play. But Kinsella's receiving treatment there.
If he gives him a card for that, that is shocking officiating.
Oh, he's getting a card out here.
Surely not.
He is. I think he's giving him the card. That is scandalous. It's not even like
See,
it was
the thing
a
is,
late
he's
challenge.
not,
The ball-
he's not
if
even
it's- if it's-
seen that.
If it's their throwing, how can he give a card? Not a free kick. I don't get that.
That is shocking. And to be fair, you can hear the fans and what the fans
Yeah.
think, but we had the perfect view of that. He's kicked the ball out for a throw-in.
The mind boggles.
That's-
He's give the free kick, obviously, now. But
How can he give?
I can't get my head
around.
around that. I genuinely can't.
Another shocker from the referee there.
They still seem
Ian
to
Watson,
surprise you at times.
cannot believe it.
No,
He's been
Well,
pushed
I-
back by...
I don't get what the fourth official's doing. He's right in front of it, and he's still saying it's all right. I don't get it.
the fourth had to get out of the way of the ball.
Yeah.
Surely you think if they're there, they can have some correspondence with the referee to see what happens.
You're looking at the angle that we've got to see that, and the fourth is what 2 yards away from that, and
Yeah.
he still makes the wrong decision. It does genuinely baffle you when you're watching.
Well, ball goes out for a goal kick to Gateshead. 22 minutes remain. This is Mike Williamson's in deep conversation with the fourth official. Probably saying exactly what we've been thinking.
I think that's the worst thing with the refs and the officials at this level. They're so arrogant.
Yeah.
They're you can't talk to them at times because they honestly.
They'll have more experience than me.
I think it's frustrating as well for players is because the linesmen who are there to help the referee wait for the referee to make the decision.
Yeah.
And you're kind of like, well, what's the point in you being there if you're just going to wait for the referee to make his mind up?
Well, Magnate has the ball. CC managed to intercept it. Gallagher now plays it down the lane. Appeals for offside. I don't know how he was offside there.
I mean, he must have 20/20 vision if he's seen that. It's on the other side of the pitch with about, 10 men in front of him.
Yeah, that was a close one, to put it politely. Well, the game's getting feisty. A lot of yellow cards have been dished out. We've already had one red, straight red, which would be no complaints about for Ellery. Howes takes the free kick. Gateshead win the header, but it falls to Charles in midfield. Lays it off to Cisse. Cisse plays it down the line. Nobody there. Magnay can just calmly pass that back to Langley. In turn, that will go to Richardson. Tinkler still in acres of space here on the left-hand side. Right-hand side, sorry. Yeah, that's just ridiculous. No one's even come across. You can just see it coming. As Tinkler now plays it off Hutchinson for a throw-in, quickly taken. Richardson in possession. Now into the middle towards Blackett. Oh, he managed to play it off. Campbell picks up the loose ball, driving down to the dead ball line. Can he cross it across? He can. Wins. It's been kept in somehow. I don't know how, but Gator pick up the loose ball. Harris does well. Bit strong. Passes it in. Keeper.
Oh, unlucky. Great play from Harrison. Campbell.
Nice, strong stuff from the forward there. No one was getting that ball off him.
I didn't know he had strength like that.
You see him at WrestleMania next year.
I've seen him in the gym.
Them little dumbbells can be deceiving, you know.
Oh, well, yeah, you know, when he's doing bench press with 5 kg on each arm, you know, probably.
Well, throw in on the far side, taken by Wealdstone. Ball's going to bounce all the way through, out for a goal kick to Gateshead. Right, Gateshead played out from the back to Richardson. Out to Tinkler on the right-hand side. Back to Richardson. Richardson, if he looks up, he's got Tinkler hugging that right touchline again, but across to the left-hand side as well. And Gallagher, lovely run, lovely ball as well. Can he keep it in? Oh, it just skipped away. Nice vision.
That's been on at least 5 or 6 times, that one ball.
Yeah.
We just need to, I don't know, see it a bit quicker and play it a bit quicker, really. That's going to get us in.
Well, it's all been Gateshead in the second half. How much can Wealdstone take? Wave after wave. Goal kick taken. Magnay wins the header. Bounces all the way through to Langley, who just quickly rolls it out to Richardson. Gets to get the ball moving forward. Another man close to him in 20 yards. Richardson can get it out here to the right-hand side to Tinkler. Cross comes in. It's a dangerous one, but headed clear. Bailey picks up the loose ball in midfield, dances past a few players. He's still going. Can he lay it off to Ollie? He can. Campbell with a shot deflection. Oh,
great
fingertip save. Had to just poke it over the bar. Took a deflection from Campbell's shot. But, it's what we want to see, make the keeper work. And another player down for Wealdstone here in the box. I believe it's Sam Haberham. That's how I hope I'm pronouncing that right. But we've got another corner at the Gateshead. Ollie puts this one in. It's deep. There's tussling. There's fallen on the edge of the box. It hasn't been cleared yet, and he's given a free kick. There was a few players went down from both sides there. Yeah, hoped it might have went Gateshead's way, but not then. But the free kick is about to be taken by Sam Howes.
It's just almost naive from the officials, isn't it?
Yeah.
Whoever shouts the loudest gets the free kick, it seems.
And that was just two players catching their legs together. There was nothing in it. And then the ball felt to Gateshead play, and then the whistle went. Well, Magnay clears up at the back, gets it to Ward. Gallagher to Ward. Ward puts it over the top there, looking for the run of Harris.
Ball.
And Harris is in front of Cook. He just needs to hold it up. Tries to take it down dead ball line, wins a corner for his troubles. It's the only thing Cook could do, wasn't it? He couldn't allow him to carry on with the ball. But now Ollie whips this one in towards the 6-yard box. Tried to get the header from Magnay, couldn't direct it goalwards, and out it goes for a goal kick. Well, Vimto Crazy's having his say about losing 2 strikers, but, every club has to survive and sell players to, keep money in the coffers. Got to look at the bigger picture, Crazy Vimto. Or Vimto Crazy, whatever your handle is. But thank you for your message. As CC sees the ball out on the far side. Throw into Wealdstone. Not in any hurry to take it, as you can imagine. 15 minutes remain, plus stoppages. As Gateshead just pick up the ball in defence again. Anytime it comes through, it's just picked up by Magnay or Richardson. Tinkler plays it across to Magnay. Got the space down Ward's got here as well on the right-hand side. Up comes Tinkler to occupy that space, but the ball's on the left-hand side of the pitch. Ollie plays it through, out to Campbell on the left-hand side. Campbell goes for a lovely cross towards Tinkler. Can he control it? Heads it back across. Oh, no one there to land on it. Now Wealdstone can try and break with Kinsella, driving forward on the left-hand side. He's got all the way up in front of his dugout. Goes down in installments. And wow, that was slow motion. And the referees give it.
Doesn't really surprise you though, does it? Eh?
Well,
He started going down on the halfway line, got about 20 yards further, and then went down.
well, they've took the free kick. Kinsella has the ball, plays it down the line to nobody. Bailey comes back, gives it to... Oh, now we're under pressure. Oh, my word. Richardson had to put it across goal. Nobody there. Langley clears it up the pitch in turn. And now Blackett battling with CC. Can Campbell get in front of that one? Can, but it goes out for a throw to Wealdstone on the far side inside their own half. Well, I'll say at the minute, Wealdstone just succeeding in stopping Gateshead from building up in the last couple of minutes. Long throw, headed back. Magnay's there just to clip it forward. Ollie turns, gives it to Gallagher. Gallagher, if he looks up, he's got Ward in front of him, who he uses. Ward has to turn back. A lot of pressure coming from the Wealdstone midfield now.
Yeah, done well. This is where we've got to drive.
There we go. That's
a
nice
great
vision.
ball.
Lovely ball. Oh,
He's
it's just
done so
he's
well.
done really well. Tinkler, he keeps it in. He's still going. Or was he
That's a
fouled?
foul.
Well, now he's still going. Now he can. Oh, he cuts back on himself. Is it to Richardson? Richardson
That's a great
crosses
ball.
one in. Headed clear. Only as far as Ollie, who brings it down. Appeals for him to shoot. Gateshead still in possession of Dan Ward on the far side. Has to play it out to Gallagher. Gallagher just comes up against CC. Plays it back to Ward. Still on the left-hand side of the pitch. Now it comes across to Richardson. Richardson has got Tinkler and acres of space. Inside to Campbell. Back now with Bailey in midfield. Magnay. Now can Gallagher get a ball into the box? Gives it back to Bailey. Bailey crossed. Oh, it's going to fall to Tinkler. Can he get the ball back across the goal? Oh, he went for a shot. Tipped over the bar. He's given the corner eventually. He wasn't going to, though.
Yeah, I mean, the linesman's there's got to help him out. He's got to have seen that. But again, he's waiting for his decision.
I mean, twice the keepers had to get fingertips to it there. That was you could see that was a great save. Well, in comes another corner from Ollie. This one goes across the edge of the box. Dan Ward. Oh, he didn't get the power on it, but it falls back to him. Still going for it. Ward. Cook clears it. Clear. And Cook goes down. And the Wealdstone bench, they're happy with that one. Nod of approval from the manager. Hey. Wow. Just seen a scoreline from the Premier League. Liverpool are turning it on. 9-0. Is Man City back into it? Are they? Wow. 4-2. They were 2-0 down at half time. Will we see more goals here, though? As Wealdstone not in any hurry to get this ball moving. 10 minutes remain here at Gateshead International Stadium. It's Gateshead 0, Wealdstone 1. They're down to 10 men in the very early stages of the second half. Gateshead have been on top and in control, but not level. Richardson receives the ball. Gateshead just need to get this ball moving a bit quicker in the final third as Magnay can carry the ball forward for 20 yards. Still going with it over the halfway line. Campbell tries to pick out Harris, and Wealdstone defence just does enough to clear it as Langley comes racing out of his box to the far side.
They're not even trying to get out.
Takes the throw in. Not often you see the goalkeeper take the throw in. And they don't even want to cross the halfway line, Wealdstone, at the moment. They're all just staying inside their own half. Backs to the wall at the moment. But they're managing to keep the lead they have. Richardson picks out Tinkler. Ollie plays inside to Campbell. Campbell now to Tinkler. Acres of space to cross a good one in and didn't get the connection. And that's unlike Robbie Tinkler. You'll not see that often.
Today's attendance, 1,104, including 135 from Wealdstone.
There we
Thank you for
go.
your support.
Great away support from Wealstone. 135 have made the trip up here today, and they'll be enjoying what they're seeing scoreline wise. Might be a little bit more nervous on the other side with the team not having much possession at all, but 8 minutes remain of normal time if the scoreboard's right. It went off on the whistle. Header won by Bailey, couldn't direct it in, and out it goes for a throw in on the halfway line, and CC in no hurry at all to take this. He launches the ball down there. Gateshead win the header but couldn't direct it to a teammate. CC puts it down the line. Brown does enough to win a throw in on the far side. And Gateshead have to keep the tempo up and keep the pressure on.
That's the thing. We're just letting Wealdstone just kill the game at the minute. We need to get back on it, get back on the ball.
CC manages to get past corner of the box. Left-hand side of the box, bounces out again for another throw to Wealdstone, and they're just taking the sting out of the game at the moment.
Yeah, but that was always going to be the fun, especially if they're going down to 10. But we've got to find a way to try and pick it back up.
Crossed in. Is it going to be kept in? It is. Dan Langley manages to keep it in. He's going to quickly roll it out to Kenton Richardson, who drives forward. Bailey receives the ball. Now Dan Ward can bring it down the left-hand side of the pitch. Lovely vision to find Gallagher. Can he cross the ball in? It's too deep, though. He's managed to get it in. Oh, Will Harrison for the bar! That was beautiful stuff.
What a cracking ball. So unlucky. Just couldn't quite get over it.
I think he did so well. He stretched so well to get there and keep it in, but the cross was good enough, but Harris just couldn't keep it over the keep it from going over the bar. And Gateshead yet again come up short in the final third, where it's not for the want of trying. Well, Gateshead trying to pick up the ball in defence as Brown comes up against Magny, turns, gets it to Ollie. Dan Ward gets it across to Tinkler. And Gateshead need to get moving as a unit forward as Ollie has the ball. He's going to cross the halfway line, looks to play it out to the left-hand side. Bailey controls it, gives it to Gallagher. Now Bailey gets it back from Campbell. Magny, he looks up, can find Ollie. Ollie's got Tinkler in space again, but he goes through the middle. And deflection out for a throw in here on the right-hand side. Ollie chests the ball down, gets it to Tinkler. Richardson plays inside to Campbell. Campbell has got Tinkler in space. There's Robbie Tinkler back to Campbell. Campbell puts it in now. Harris brings the ball down. He's got his back to goal, but he's, well, and I think Cancellas went down there on the edge of the box. The ball was only played off him. I don't know how he could have got injured off the ball hitting his shin.
Special. That's the only word I can use.
Just when you think you've seen it all, you see something new. Gateshead with the throw. 10 yards from the corner flag. Gets it to Ollie. Back to Tinkler. Tinkler under pressure, but Tinkler still got the ball. Man all over his back. Throw into Gateshead again. Tinkler throws it to Kenton Richardson, who keeps the ball at his feet. Gets past another man. Can he cross it in? Wins the corner.
Done excellently.
Come on, the boys. Great opportunity again. Get the ball in, quick one.
Taken quickly. Ollie plays it to Campbell. Can Campbell whip one in?
Drive back.
On a drive with the ball, but Hutchinson does well just to steal it. But Ollie puts Hutchinson under pressure, and down he goes very easily. The referee doesn't give it, and Gateshead a throw quickly taken. Campbell, just the ball out there. And how on earth? Well, Charles is rolling around Well, the only way I can describe that, the ball was there, we won, it got poked away, and Charles has went down, holding on to his leg.
The referee's got to add this time on because this is getting ridiculous.
Well, he hasn't. That tells you everything because the linesman hasn't even told the physio to come on. He's telling him to get up. He knows there's nothing wrong. Tinkler places the ball ready for the Wealdstone player to take the free kick. They're in no hurry for this. And Kinsella, I think, is getting a word about his actions before as well. Howes is trying to say where's the free kick from. He's trying to burn down more time here, but the watch has already been stopped. Three and a half minutes remain of normal time. Is this going to be an extra frustrating afternoon for Gateshead? As the ball goes straight out of play for a throw. Ball boy quickly gets it to Tinkler, who throws it to Langley. Langley gets it to Magny, and now can get the ball driving down the left-hand side as Magny still keep going with the ball. Gets it to Gallagher. Gallagher now has Campbell in support and Ward on the inside. Gets it to Campbell. Now Ward back to Campbell. Patient build-up play from Gateshead, but they need to carve something out here. Campbell gets the ball from Ollie. Gallagher's in acres of space. Can he get the delivery into the box? Drives towards the dead ball line, pulls it back across, and out it goes for another corner.
Come on, boys, that's great. That's
He's
better.
looked dangerous,
That's much
Owen.
better, yeah, looked very good.
Well, Ollie trots over quickly to take this. Takes it short. Now gets to Campbell. Campbell, corner of the box, whips it in. It's going to be headed clear. Kinsella is going to get in the foot race between Magny and he's driving down this left-hand side. There's only Hutchinson went up with him at the moment. Gateshead back in numbers, but they need to get the ball. There we go. Comes off Dan Ward out for a throw. 2 minutes remain. As the substitute says he was going to get the ball, and Kinsella refuses to walk to get it now. Now he gets the ball. Kinsella receives the ball back. Ball dinked forward. Brown going to try and take it there. Tinkler wins the free kick from Brown. Can Gateshead carve out that one opportunity they need to get something out of this game? Bailey in the centre circle. Ollie plays crossfield ball, but that's going to go straight into the defence. But loose ball picked up by Gateshead. Dan Ward drives down the left-hand side. He's got Gallagher in support, gives it to Gallagher. Back to Dan Ward. Bailey. Richardson. Tinkler's in acres of space. Can he get that delivery we need? Goes inside with it. Plays it to Magny. Magny just changes his tap there. Richardson puts the ball in. Still falls to a Gateshead shirt. Everyone camped out on the edge of the box. And Dan Ward, can he go from his shot edge of the box? He had to carry it further. Falls to Magny. Tinkler puts a dangerous one in there. Headed clear by Cook, but only as far as Campbell. Campbell goes for a curling shot. Straight into the keeper's hands.
Not quite enough power, but it's good.
Yeah.
But his forward ball in the box.
Modular man of the match has been awarded to number 9.
Looks like there's going to be 5 minutes added on.
5 minutes. Paul Blackett awarded man of the match. And Tinkler would have been mine. As the ball goes to Langley.
Just a reminder, our next home match is Saturday the 3rd of September.
I think Wardy would have been mine.
Yeah,
I can agree with that. I was just going to say the same.
I think Wardy's been good today. He's driving forward. He's been working hard off the ball as well.
Okay, it said got 5 minutes now to try and get something here. Richardson has the ball. Ollie. Tinkler's in acres of space again, but can he get the ball into the box? Plays it back to Ollie.
Just need more urgency.
He tried to kick out the run of Harris there. Block comes back to him. Now Ollie. Tinkler. It's better from Gateshead. Comes across the far side. Oh! Just needed someone to throw themselves at it. Cleared on the far side for a throw-in. Magni receives the ball. As Gateshead now try and build again. Tinkler. He's got Ollie on the right hand side, gets it to him. Can he cross a ball in? Cuts back, gives it back to Ollie. Tinkler. Tinkler puts it in. Header by Harris. Couldn't direct it over the bar.
It's unlucky again. It's what
And
you need to do, get balls into the box,
such
try and
a-
find him.
Such a frustrating afternoon, isn't it? I mean, the possession has just been crazy,
Yeah.
you know, and just we haven't been able to unpick that defence. I mean, we've made the goalkeeper work, but not hard. He hasn't have to. I mean, he pulled off the fantastic fingertip save, and the other one was all right, but it was a hard angle to try and score from for Tinkler. But we haven't drawn him out to stretch and make a lot of saves, have we?
No, but you can't fault the boys' work.
Oh, no,
You know,
no,
they've
not at
been
all.
Fantastic. It's just unfortunate at the minute, and a lot of time wasting.
As
going on
another
from
player goes
Wealdstone.
down. With
Can
cramp.
still play on though. Don't have to stop for them.
No, as Kent Richardson brings it forward. Keep going. As Ollie plays it across. Well, the player that had cramps back up now. Come back to defend. Gallagher puts the ball into the middle. Header from Briggett! Oh! Just thought it was going to nestle in the back of the net. Oh, was that the last opportunity? Oh.
So unlucky.
Well, Napa is going to come on here for Quaresma.
It's a substitution though. Extra 30 seconds added on.
Yeah. Well, referee's telling them to hurry it up.
Substitution for Wealdstone coming off number 22.
Well,
Stretchmouth to be
if it does end this way, Wealdstone will go top of the league, and
I don't know how.
it's a performance that you'd probably say probably wouldn't warrant going top of the league. From their point of view, they'd say, well, they've hung on with 10 men, but it hasn't been an eye-catching performance from Wealdstone by any stretch of the imagination.
No, I'd have to agree with you. I mean, they were the same last year. You know, nick a goal and then just sit back and hope for the best, really. They're not really a team that go after a win, but yeah.
Well, at the moment, as it stands, we will go top of the league. But Gateshead still trying to get this ball forward as Ollie in the centre circle can see Tinkler in acres of space, gives it to Richardson. Richardson now will give it to Tinkler. Tinkler now back to Richardson. Plays it across to Magni. Magni out to Tinkler. Tinkler to Kent Richardson. Delivery comes in towards the
Great
back
ball.
post. It's out now. Can it fall to Bailey? He can. Bailey goes for the shot, deflected. Oh, made the keeper grab it there. He had to stretch across to his left-hand side. And, well, just saying we need to make the keeper work more, and we did there.
Yeah, done well to keep hold of it, but again, positive. Don't know how long we've got left, but
It can only be about a minute at most, you would think. But if it does end this way, you can't say that we've been outclassed in any game still, but we still haven't picked up a win. But got to take the positives. I mean, this is a team that's going top of the league, and we've dominated them for, you'd have to say, for 70 minutes in this game. And we've got a bit of theatrics going on here. A bit of petulance.
One of the Wealdstone subs is trying to get involved because he's been
Yellow carded.
He's got himself involved. He's been sat on the bench all day and just trying to make a name for himself, isn't he?
Well, needless, absolutely needless. The Wealdstone manager wants the full-time whistle, but he did make another sub. Gateshead, is this the last roll of the dice? As Campbell plays it forward, Gallagher can he put it into the middle? It's going to fall to Bailey. He didn't get the connection. He didn't get it. It just skimmed off the top of his foot, and out it goes. And you would say that's it. It is. That's the full-time whistle. Wealdstone celebrating relief more than anything else. The fans are jubilant on the far side. But Gateshead, you would have to say 70% of that game, it was at our feet and we just couldn't unlock them.
just so unlucky, especially at the end there. I think that just kind of sums up our season so far, creating great chances, just not hitting the back of the net. But that luck will turn, and like you said, I think we've been positive in all the games that we've played.
Yeah, certainly have. It's a hard pill to swallow. It was an encouraging performance. Just we need to get the goals flowing. Really, that's the one thing that's lacking from us. As I say, we've mentioned before, we haven't been outclassed by anybody, but well done to Wealdstone. They put up a battling performance against the Gateshead attack. That was going spot on. But big thank you to Dan and Lewis for joining us. Hopefully we'll have you back on the pitch soon. And say 40-odd strikes, lads. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, thank you for having us, mate.
Cheers for having
Enjoyed
us.
it.
No, thank you very much. It was an absolute pleasure to have you with us. Gator players are leaving the pitch now. Please, if you would like to join us on Monday night for the Heat On Me podcast, it'll be absolutely fantastic. We'll be talking about this game and previewing the Wrexham game. And lots of people sending messages. Thank you very much for all the comments. Say we've got there Super Stones top. They are up the Stones. Well, thank you guys. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining us. You're the ones that make the commentary worth doing. Say if you can get down to a Gateshead game, come down to the next game. Have a look on the website for the next games. If you cannot make it, we're here for you, or if you're on holiday. Gateshead players dejected, of course, leaving the pitch. They gave everything this afternoon. They just couldn't get the ball in the back of the net. And we move on to Tuesday night away down to Wales, where we take on the Hollywood side of Wrexham. We've beat them by a few goals in the past. I think it's 7-2, notably many moons ago. Can we get a repeat of that and get our first win of the season? Who knows? Let's hope so. Wealstone, congratulations on going top of the league. We'll see you next time and join us on Monday for the Heat On Me podcast.